Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 26th of October 2021. So yesterday, stocks, bonds, Bitcoin and bullion all bid as billionaire tax threat builds. I have never seen this in my life. I think there's a lot of things that can be said for that at the moment, never mind just the markets. But this is all that there was really as far as news is concerned. It was a very quiet day yesterday all round. Implied volatility up slightly though at 1333, and that's probably because there wasn't that much news yesterday, and today we've got exactly the same. We haven't got much news out. It's medium impact. We've got the CB consumer confidence and the Richmond manufacturing. The confidence is forecast to be lower as well, so yeah, not a lot to report really as far as the markets for yesterday. So let's whiz through it, have a quick look at the Dow. It did make a new all-time high yesterday, and overnight the market has made a new all-time high too. So yesterday's all-time high, and let's just get rid of, move that one out of the way, and see if we can remove this. So yeah, the new all-time high during yesterday's session was 35,786, but as we can see there, we've made a new all-time high overnight as well, 35,827. So that is the new all-time high for the Dow. I know it's like a repeating record, isn't it? It continues to go on and make these new all-time highs, irrespective of the economic climate, the hyperinflation, and all the rest of it. It's just incredible. If you ever wanted to see blatant manipulation, then there it is. Yesterday afternoon, the market was moved sharply lower down to the DP. They tried a second time for the next 30 minutes, but the volume dropped off. And then they bought back the market above the 20-bar moving average, and then prices moved back to the upside. And then overnight, you can see we've made this new all-time high, breaching yesterday's or Monday's high there. It has managed to come back above it, but at the moment it's moving to the downside. Watch the DP if the market does move lower. Meanwhile, in the DAX, we did get a move up to the 89% retracement during yesterday, and overnight we managed to breach this, but then at the moment we're currently trading back below this. We're through the 78, so we can remove this. So again, bit of weakness overnight for the German DAX. Yesterday you can see that we started off and sold off quickly, but then soon recovered, which you can see here, and then buying back above the DP level and the BRN there. Once we got back above the 20-bar moving average, it more or less a case of the market staying above this during yesterday's trade. Have a look in a bit more detail at what happened yesterday. Let's just move the chart across. It was really quiet in the afternoon, which you can see there. I might as well deal with that as I'm passing by it. The 200 MA playing a fundamental part in holding prices as they just traded up and down. But really, really quiet yesterday afternoon. And not much happening in the mid-morning either, you know, range of around 20 points. We had a bit of a volatile start, as we saw in the 30-minute chart. You can see them buying back here. Market put in a buy signal here, which failed, reversed, and then this one went down to the scalp, but it was just doing absolutely nothing. It was more indicative of a Tuesday trading session, actually. I've never seen such a quiet Monday for a long time. As you can see here, I mean, these grey lines are just 12.5 points apart. You can see barely any movement, and staying through here, you can see that it didn't even manage a 10-point move. Just very, very quiet. Just one of those days, really, where there wasn't a lot happening. So hopefully today, given that the market has moved overnight, as you'll see here in a second, there you can see we've put in that high above the 89% retracement. But since then, the market has moved back to yesterday's high, where it's just managed to bounce off there. I'll need to get back above the 200 MA if it is to move higher. And there you can see the R1 would be the next upside target outside of any sort of resistance in the daily chart, which happens to be 15,719. So yeah, an interesting picture as far as the daily charts are concerned, but intraday yesterday very, very quiet. Meanwhile, in the metals markets, you can see that silver. I've added the 100 moving average on. It's in orange there. And you can see why the market is stalling at this point, because this is something that the metals traders use, which I'd mentioned yesterday. The 50, 100 and 200, we need to get above and stay above this 100 level if silver is to move higher. We also need to get above 25 as well. If we can get above 25, then we can make a run towards the 25.50 where the 200 MA is at the moment, then the 26, and then up to the $30, which happened the last time on the 2nd of February of this year, before the market was slammed all the way back down to 22 over the last 8 months or so. So yeah, silver struggling a bit overnight, gold a bit stronger, and that's reflected in the gold-silver ratio. You'll see this as it's green. If that's green, that means that gold is moving, has got more momentum to the upside than silver. And in the US dollar, this also moving back to the upside. Now, given the amount of up move yesterday that we saw in the US dollar, I'm surprised silver wasn't slammed further to the downside, to be honest with you. It managed to hold on the highs here, and sorry, that's gold. Managed to hold on the highs at just above the 100 MA there, but showing a bit of weakness overnight. So silver is actually quite strong. I'm surprised they're not using this opportunity to actually slam the price as the dollar is attempting to move back to the upside. Speaking of which, let's just have a quick look and see where any sort of resistance will be. 62% is at 94.11 there. So again, I'll be keeping an eye on that. So like I say, a really quiet Monday, not a lot to report at all. It's always a case of the calm before the storm then, really. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens today. Like I say, there's barely any news as well. So yeah, the market's going to have to make its own direction unless there's any other sort of news coming out of the woodwork that we're not aware of, non-economic, etc., that could impact the market. But otherwise, we could expect another sort of quiet day, I suppose, in that sense. It seems to be fairly quiet at the moment, but who knows? You never know. Okay, that's it for this one. If there is anything else to report, I'll let you know. But otherwise, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.